Warning: the following review is a review of the animated adaptation of Batman: The Killing Joke, which has been notified as one of the greatest Batman stories ever written, but also one of the darkest. And I'm happy to say that the film is too. The film basically highlights, like inappropriate sexual intercourse, underage, in a sense, sexual intercourse. It also deals with PTSD. It also deals with basically emotional breakdown, basically snapping a person until they basically mentally break down. Also, it has to deal with abuse and possible. I'm not really 100% certain. It's kind of like, in a sense, the movie kind of like said so, but there could be a scene that involves basically um, not only immature pictures of an underage woman, which they don't go too far with it, thank God, but there is also possibly a rape scene that has happened, but it is not shown, but it's kind of like implicit. So viewer discretion is advised. If YouTube decides to age restrict this video, I completely understand, and I apologize in advance if that is something that happens. Um, but please understand that this is a very, very dark movie, and also it's based on a very dark comic book series at the same time. And these are just going to be my review of it. So, with that all said and done, please, everybody, please enjoy the following review of the animated adaptation of Batman: The Killing Joke. This is your last warning to click out the video if any of that sounds disturbing to you. But aside from that, please enjoy the following review of Batman: The Killing Joke. Never, never in my YouTube career as a film critic have I ever uttered the words after a movie has ended since Marvel's Eternals did I ever utter the fucking words. What the fuck did I just watch? This is a movie that had me scream at my TV when it was over. What the fuck did I just watch? And to be fair, this movie almost could have been good. Almost was. In fact, I actually, in a sense, enjoyed it. Then a couple scenes happened, and the ending happened. Oh, dear Lord. Oh, this is going to hurt me like no tomorrow. I reviewed Wonder Woman. Really had fun with it on the Best of DC Animated Films DVD pack that I bought. I've already reviewed All-Star Superman, what's supposed to be Superman 1978, but hey, I still can do All-Star Superman. So then a part of me was like, why not fucking review a Batman animated movie? Not a good one. The fucking worst one of the bunch. We were reviewing the animated adaptation of Batman: The Killing Joke. I already feel like I have to take 1,000 showers for reviewing this, so once again, the warning still is applicable here, but wow, man, if you haven't heard of The Killing Joke, it's one of the best, greatest Batman stories ever written. One of the darkest, but one of the best. And when DC announced that they were doing this, Mark Hamill was happy because he always wanted to do a Killing Joke adaptation, but oh, this adaptation. Oh boy. This is my review, retrospective, whatever you want to call it, upon Batman: The Killing Joke. So if you haven't seen or read Batman: The Killing Joke yet, just be forewarned that there probably will be some spoilers. So just be forewarned yet again that there will be some spoilers in here. So if you haven't seen the movie or if you haven't read the comic book, you might want to avoid this review, but be forewarned, spoilers. I love the tone of the movie, by the way. Dark and gritty, atmospheric. It really does work for a film like this, as the first character that we're introduced to is Batgirl, who mostly is our narrator for the movie. As the movie does not hold up, it opens up on a very interesting car chase scene. Basically something like straight out of the opening of The Dark Knight. It's a very intense scene. But for Barbara's own protection, Batman tells her you need to get off the case because the guy that's involved in all this crime, you don't want to be next to him. Until Barbara does what Barbara does best, where she gets involved in the case and she actually tries to hunt down a guy named Paris France until she gets kind of framed for a murder.
For you, my love. Do you realize what you've done?
And as you'd expect, yes, this ends up in an argument between Barbara and Bats. Bats tells Barbara that he doesn't want her on this case for her own protection and for her own good, but Barbara argues. This also goes into a fight scene, a very intense, very critical fight scene, and then the most famous and infamous part of this movie actually happens. Oh yeah, that happened. I don't know if that happened in the comic, because I never read it, but oh yeah, that happened. You just witnessed that. Barbara and Bruce getting it on. Yeah. I'd like to point out to the audience that probably in this comic book or adaptation, Barbara is probably in her 20s, and Brucey is in his 40s. If Barbara was any younger, then this would be very inappropriate. So yes, a figure who Barbara looks up to, who represents everything that she wants to be, and technically a father figure to her, and also at sometimes he is her, in a sense, guardian, she slept with. There is not enough words to describe what the fuck were they on, what the hell were they smoking, and why in the holy mother of damnation did they decide to do this? Because I'm just going to say it right now, that Kevin Conroy probably rolling in his fucking grave right now. And probably after this was done, he and Tara Strong probably questioned their paychecks that day. Just throwing it at the dartboard. What the fuck were you thinking? And I'm not even kidding, the movie becomes better. I don't know how, but after that disturbing scene, the film actually becomes better. And especially when the film focuses on Joker, oh my god, it almost becomes really, really damn interesting. And if you're thinking, well, Joker's not that much of a sympathetic character, he's not one that I could basically sympathize with. The Killing Joke, no shit, would make you sympathize with him. Because before he became the Crown Prince of Crime, Joker was a hard-working father, a dedicated man, a loving husband, but then his life just went to shit. So Joker does all of this, shoots Barbara, paralyzes her, captures Jim Gordon, all because he's mentally unstable because of what happened to his life. And also Joker does one of the most sinister and evilest things that he could ever do. He broke Jim Gordon, the man of the man. And he tells him, listen, your morals are shit. The people you look up to don't fucking matter. Nothing matters. So why fucking bother? He doesn't just break him with a fucking musical number either. Oh, no. He shows him explicit pictures of him and what he did to Barbara Gordon. As a longtime Joker fan, this would probably the darkest that Joker had been to me since Batman Mask of the Phantasm and Batman Arkham Knight. And Mask of the Phantasm borrowed some elements from The Killing Joke. And I do love the sympathetic origin for Joker. It reminds me of the Joaquin Phoenix Joker movie, which I did love too. And it really was damn good. Especially the emotional breakdown of Jim Gordon. I thought at first, like, oh, this is just a Joker musical number. No, 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 no. It is. But it's about mentally breaking down a person, mentally abusing them to the point where they snap. And that's what Joker did to Jim Gordon. And the movie had this kind of like far when kind of behind the scenes thing of what would happen if you break the rules? That's also a thing that happened in Christopher Nolan's The Dark Knight movie, where Joker kept telling Batman, "In order to beat me, you have to break your rules," and we both know you won't do that. And again, this is a very influential comic book series that you've seen this adaptation numerous times in Batman media. You've seen, or at least had a taste of it, too. And also, there are Easter eggs everywhere in this movie to other Batman media and everything. But that's when the movie starts to get better. When Batman comes around, he finds Jim, and Jim tells him, like, you have to follow the rules. You can't break the rule, even though you really want to. Even though Joker had drove us both insane, you have to show him that our way of this world works, that justice wins over vengeance. And Batman was walking the borderline of the abyss that night. After all the shit over the years that Joker had pulled, Batman cannot forgive him for what he had done to his friend Jim Gordon and to his teammate Barbara. So yeah, Batman snaps. He almost did the unthinkable. He almost did what no person thought he'd ever do. He almost killed the Joker. But then Batman has a relapse and he thinks, I shouldn't kill this man. I can relate to him because I lost everything myself too. So why don't I try to help you? Then Joker has an emotional breakdown and just tells Batman, nah, fuck it, I'm not joining you. I'm not letting you help me. It's too much fun having you versus me and me wanting to kill you. Then...
Okay, didn't see that coming.
Yep! And I don't know if it's in the comic because I never read it, but yep! Batman broke his one rule. He killed the Joker. He had a mental breakdown. He mentally snapped, grabbed Joker by the neck, and killed him. There are no words to sum up how much of this movie sucks. Because the thing is, aside from the immature sex between Barbara and Bruce at the beginning, this movie almost was perfect for me. I actually really found myself liking it a lot more than I thought. But then when the bitch slap of an ending happened, and I noticed that this was Batman breaking his one rule, which is an idea that does work, and it is an idea that so many writers for Batman have worked upon, it doesn't work here. Because you can't have Batman be like, here, let me help you. Let me do everything that I want you to do. Let me help you. And then you just come in and fucking fist slap the bitch. And then you say, no, that's what you fucking want, isn't it? You want Batman to help Joker. Well, fuck you. You get Joker dead. Ha! Your favorite Batman villain dies. I'm happy for Mark Hamill because he wanted to do this. He wanted to do this movie. I'm happy for Kevin Conroy as well too because you have the best mashup here and a lot of notable voice actors from the animated series. But this movie... Ow! I feel like I'm gonna have a mental breakdown. Just... Why, movie? Who hurt you? Who hurt you? I can't even give this movie a Funko Pop rating. This movie's rating is a mental breakdown out of whatever. Oh dear Lord. the worst also insult to injury to this is like rubbing lemon juice and salt combined into an open wound is that the Killing Joke was directed by Sam Liu, who directed some of my favorite DC animated properties. God, this was painful. This is one of the worst movies I've seen. Wonder Woman was great. Also, Superman was great. Batman the Killing Joke just feels like that you got fucking sucker punched and just they left you behind, and your corpse is just withering there in pain. Or it feels like it's just a nut shot right to you, and then the person walks away laughing, going, "Ha ha ha ha, fool!" So, yeah. Thank you guys so much for watching. Be sure to like, share, comment, subscribe, hit that bell icon to be notified every single time that I make an upload. Everywhere in the universe, I've been waiting something. I don't remember. I had a mental breakdown. So, thank you guys so much for watching. I've waited the universe. I've waited nerdy keep you on.